Thalia National Park. Here we go. I think the plan is we'll go in, we're camping at a place called Monk's Tank. So we go in there, find that set up, and then explore that little area. And then tomorrow I think we'll get in the car again and drive around to all the little bits. So yeah, it's pretty dry out here. We're driving into these mountains, or hills, or jump ups, whatever you want to call it. Alright, here we are all set up at Monk's Tank. Pretty nice open campground. There's a couple more people in here. They've basically got these little tucked away sections amongst these little islands, if you like, through all these little tracks throughout the place. Anyway, we'll go check out this Monk's Tank, which is just like a waterhole for all the animals. So this is an old, I believe it's a cattle station, but I'll confirm that later. And yeah, we'll go have a look at this waterhole. Alright, so she's fully fenced. Let's keep unwanteds out. And it's actually quite beautiful. What a difference to the clarity of the water it makes when the cattle aren't in and out of it all day. Probably camera doesn't pick it up, but it's pretty bloody clear. It's a bit windy, so hopefully my voice comes out alright. Pretty good place to cool off in summer if it had this much water in it still. So yeah, cattle station, confirmed. Righto, well the plan today is we're just going to drive around these tracks out here at Adalia and have a look at the many points of interest along the way. So the first one we've pulled up at is the old homestead site. Doesn't seem to be too much left here, but we'll have a closer look around the nearby bush. So we'll go have a look at that wave rock as well, but there's a few little trinkets people have been collecting and just putting here by the sign. Old cans and bottles, pans. It looks like an old, there's this old sign there that says old slab hut, which must have been it here. Be a dump site out the back somewhere. It's old truck's tailgate. I'm pretty sure that's off a windmill. It's got Comet written on the side of it. I could be wrong though. Anyway, go for a look around. It's the old dump site, pretty close to the back of the hut. Yeah, I try to find a bottle with a date on it. It's a tiny little medicine bottle or something. It's pretty cool. No luck with any bottles with dates on them at the moment. No. It's an old bicycle wheel hanging in the tree. Looks like this might have been an old meat hut. Although, no. The wire's not fine enough to keep everything out. A small structure would have had a steel roof, obviously. Corrugated roof. Big chest there. Yeah, no idea actually. There's a gasket. Must be a wrecked car around here somewhere. Gasket and a dipstick. There's the tray of the back of the truck. Look at this. The old 4X stubby still in its cooler. It's pretty cool. I wonder where the rest of it is. Well, tailgate's sitting over there on the ground, we already saw that.
Oh, it's impressive.
Wave rock. It is impressive. Probably here in the wrong part of the day, probably the afternoon when the sun's setting on this would look even better. All the colours would come out. But anyway, keep following the trail, and I think we might even go up on top there. Who knows? Actually might jump up on here and have a look. Just following some trails up, trying to get up higher. Through these little rocks, that's pretty cool. It's a view from on top. I reckon that's toward the south. Bloody beautiful. Out here in the middle of nowhere. Alright, just walking around on top of these this little rock, whatever you want to call it.
Wave rock.
Wave rock. And I've spotted a few caves over here and what looks like an opportunity to get even higher again. We'll go have a look. Real rock wallabies den. Yep.
There's a little scat in there.
A lot of wallaby scat everywhere in there.
What a great little house.
Yeah. Not a bad view he's got. Obviously comes every day, you can tell the tracks in here are well worn. I think there's another one over here on the other side. Another wallaby's lair. There we go. There's a view. Almost 360. That was well worth it. Nice view from up there. Wave rock's pretty mad. Now we're going back to the car and we'll keep going down the road to the next points of interest. Some old yards. Pretty cool. Well, I've driven out to the farthest point of interest, which is this Emmett Pocket Lookout. And it's quite a lookout. Didn't realise we were even up this high. Beautiful view. Might even be a good spot for lunch. We're just saying how a bushfire were to rip through here. Woo! Should go up pretty quick. Righto, now we're at Murphy's Rock Hole. Go see what that's all about. Well, yeah, it's quite a rock hole, really. Big gorge. Just cut into the rock. Not really any water in there, a couple little puddles, that's about it. pretty mad. It's an old irrigation pipe. So obviously I used to pump water out of here. Look at the roots growing through the rock. It's pretty mad, eh? And this big old bloody gum tree, look at the root on that. That's its roots there, just going all the way around. Back on this big bloody tree. It's unreal. That's quite a big tree, Dar. That's hundreds of years old. Shell just got a bit of a fright with a massive goanna. Didn't have the camera rolling.
That's because you send the girl down first.
It was a pretty big one.
Yeah, and I'm very conscious that he's there somewhere.
And he ran under this rock here.
Yeah, he's a beautiful colour.
It was like a real yellow colour, eh?
Yeah.
Just run under there. Just thought to follow that pipe out of there. Just come up here to the water tank. Be interesting to see if it's actually still holding something. Dry as a bone. Has been for a long time, I'd say. This is the side of the old windmill. Would have pumped the water up out of there and into the tank. Someone scribed something in there, but I can't quite make it out. LEJ, it's like 1052 or 58. Or L105, anyway. Everybody knows. Rainbow Gorge. So there's a couple of gorge walks on this little drive. The farthest one being Bullock Gorge. It's a 2.7 kilometre trip. Not round trip, 2.7 out, 2.7 back. This one here, I've got no idea, but we're just going to have a look at it. We got told at the campsite that this is probably the better one of the two, so we've chosen to do this one on their advice. And here we go. Rainbow Gorge. Called that because of all the different colours.
Jim talking about his chair.
My chair. My chair and I, we've been everywhere. Up Cape York, out to the desert, here and there. But then one day I looked in my rear view and my chair wasn't there. $85 later, I've got this shit chair. I really miss my chair.
That's it. Righto, well that was Adalia National Park. Pretty nice park. It's got a lot of things to look at. We covered about 60 to 80 k's yesterday on all the different trails through here and all the different points of interest. So they got some pretty cool ruins, a few canyon walks and stuff like that. Wave Rock was pretty impressive. Even the drive out here this morning as the sun's coming up was beautiful with all the kangaroos running around and the wallabies and whatnot. We saw a couple of emus, but yeah, plenty of bird life going on. And yeah, all in all, a pretty beautiful park. So we're punching out today. Got to head back to Longreach. We're due there by 4 o'clock for this river cruise. So yeah, put the tyres back in. Put the air back in the tyres once we get out to the bitumen, and yeah, head up through Isisford and back to Longreach. But anyway, that was old Adalia, and she's bloody beautiful.
What's in the box?
Huh?
What's in the box?
Ranger's got mail. Anyway.